Welcome. Welcome to backbending. We will need yoga mat, 2 cork blocks. We will need chair and a blanket. We will start sitting in a virasana. You might need a block to sit on. Place your block in between your heels. Sit upright. If you don't need a block, just sit in between your heels. And make sure your sit bones are grounded. Lean slightly forward and pull your sit bones back. Lift the muscles of your buttocks. And take a moment. Take your time to decide if you need to sit on 2 blocks, on 1 block, whatever feels comfortable. We will start with centering a backbend focused practice. Close your eyes. We will sit here for a few moments. Take a few deeper breaths, transitioning. And allow the process of taking the seat, your asana. Asana represents the posture you are in your physical body, as well as the posture in your awareness. The breath lengthens, deepens. Every system in our bodies seeks harmony. It's a very dynamic, ongoing process. Start lengthening your breath, count of 8, inhale, count of 8. Exhale, count of 8. Exhale fully, together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Emptying out completely. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a few more in your own pace. If 8 is too much, go down to 6, 6, 6. If 8 is too easy, go to count of 10. Use your inhalations to create lift in your spine. Use your exhalations to increase the tone in your abdominal muscles, lifting your mula bandha, your root log, at the end of your exhalation. Let the prana of your eyes softly come forward. We will start with cross-legged position, Sukhasana. You're going to extend your left arm all the way out to the side. Lift your right arm straight up. Ground your right outer hip down. Inhale, lift your breastbone. Lift your chest, chin. Exhale, go to a side bend. 3 breaths. Inhale, come up. We're going to twist to the right. Your arms are cactus arms. Your arms are lifted. Now use your muscles of your abdomen first. Engage your muscles, lift your pelvic floor. The transversus abdominis, the muscle that is running around your waist. Engaging. Go as deep as you can, twisting to the right. And then use your left arm to pull yourself deeper into the twist. Right hand behind you. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, go deeper. And then come back to neutral position. Second side. Extend your right arm to the side, reach your left arm straight up. Ground your left hip. Keep the tone in your abdomen. Exhale, lean to the side. Deepen your breath. Come up. Lift your arms, cactus arms, and twist to the left. First, use your own muscles. Go as deep as you can into the rotation in your spine. Then use your right hand to deepen the twist. Keep your core engaged. Lift your pelvic floor. Inhale, lift your spine. Exhale, go all the way to the left. Turn your also head all the way to the left. One more time. Inhale, come up. Release your arms down to your knees. Please come up to standing. Position your cork blocks in front of your mat. Now it really depends the highest height if your hamstrings are very tight, maybe on the medium height, and some of you might not need the blocks at all to touch the floor. To choose what's the best position. The first Sun salutations, we will do very slow. Standing with your feet hip width apart at the front of your mat. Sun salutations, with a couple of lunges in between. Inhale, reach your arms straight up, look up. Urdhva hastasana. Exhale, bow. You can bend your knees first, touch the floor, bow in. Now rest your hands on top of your blocks. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Your legs are straight, your elbows are straight, and your spine is straight. Exhale, step back to your plank position. Drop your knees down. Bend your elbows halfway down. Now you've got those blocks, so make sure you don't go lower than the block with your shoulder blades. So they are like a landmark for you to pay attention to collapsing your shoulders too far down. Stabilize your shoulder blades, tuck your tailbone, roll your shoulders away from your ears, and then lower your pelvis, point your toes, curl up to your first back bend position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Start with bending your knees, then lift your sit bones up, lengthen your spine, and straighten your legs. Press your thighs back, pull your kneecaps up, ground your heels down. Take 2 more breaths. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward, step or hop forward. Hands on your blocks, Ardha Uttanasana, legs straight, spine straight, elbows straight. Extend your spine forward, exhale, bow. Uttanasana, deep forward bend. Reach your arms over your head, all the way up to your Urdhva. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Second round, adding lunges. Inhale, lift your arms straight up, look up. Urdhva hastasana. Exhale, bow. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back. Now you can drop your knees again as you did to the first round, or keep your knees straight, bend your elbows. Hold 1 breath here, Chaturanga. Lower your pelvis, curl up to your cobra. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, elbows in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, straight up. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your right knee to your nose. Hold this position, 3 breaths. Draw your sit bones in. Lift your sit bones. Bring your knee to your nose. Push through your hands. Press into the ball of your back foot. And step your right leg forward. Drop your left knee down. And come up to your Anjaneya Asana, low lunge. 3 breaths. Shoulders down. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift your pubic bone. Hug your inner thighs in. Lift your chest. Lift your chin. Bend your knee deeply. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, touch the floor, step back to your downward facing dog. Switch legs, left leg goes up, 1-legged dog. Exhale, bring your left knee to your nose, round your spine, cat. Lift your pelvic floor, engage your abdomen. And step your left leg forward, lower your right knee down. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana, bend your front knee. Bend your front knee more. Lift your breastbone, lift your chest, shoulders down, core engaged. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Introducing lateral flexion in the spine. Shift balls of your heels to the right. Side bend to the right. Breathe to the long left side. Lengthen through the left scapula. Lift your left hip a little bit higher. And shift your hips all the way to neutral. Then shift your heels to the left, twisting to the right. Lift your right hip. And come back, neutral. Walk forward, flexion, Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your hips, your core strong, your legs strong, and please come up slowly to standing Tadasana. Lengthen your tailbone down. Corslet your abdomen, lift your lower belly. Now keep your core muscles active. You can touch your core muscles and just observe if you're engaging them. Keep that gentle poking here. And introduce a slight standing back bend. Place your hands on your hips, roll your shoulders back, elbows in, lift your breastbone, keep your core muscles engaged, keep lengthening your tailbone, lifting your pubic bone, lifting your belly, and centrically lengthening and then come back. One more time, hands on your hips, shoulders back, elbows in. Engage your core, lengthen your tailbone, lift your pubic bone, lean backward. Exploring how far can you go. Legs strong, pressing your heels down. Exhale, release. Now clasp your hands behind your back, shoulders stretch. Stretch your hands back away from your pelvis. Stretching your pectoralis muscles, your deltoid, tailbone down. Strong legs, strong core. Now release your clasp and again place your hands on top of your buttocks. keep the same action. Lift your breastbone. Stabilize the back bend. Core active. Keep your core engaged. Exhale. Release. One more time. Clasp your hands behind your back. Change the clasp of your hands. Opposite thumb on top. Straighten your elbows. Shoulders back. Paschima Baddha Gulyasana. Elbows straight. Shoulders away from your ears. Stretching front of your chest. Release the clasp, bend your elbows and rest your fingers on your buttocks. Engage your core and slowly go into the back bend. Remember that gentle contraction around waist. Exhale, release. Now we're going to take a belt. We need to make a loop. The loop is outer shoulder width, making the loop. Put your hands inside of the loop and again come back to shoulder extension. Shoulder, chest stretch continuing. Hold the arms, take the arms away from your pelvis, deepening the extension. Now keep that position and try to bring your palms towards each other, keeping your elbows straight. Feel the muscles, the retraction of your shoulders, your middle trapezius, your rhomboid muscles engaging, trying to bring your palms. You feel as if the strap will start sliding down your forearms. Now do the opposite. Push your forearms against the strap. And release. Let's take a moment to release. We're going to take a chair. Now, I've got this chair that has got the back of the chair is actually broken. I use it for yoga. Now, you're going to be standing behind the chair and start with rotating your hands to the side. So you're introducing external rotation in your upper arm bones. And come to the plank position. Plank on your toes. And shift your weight forward on top of your feet into your upward facing dog. Lift through your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Keep externally rotating your upper arm bones. Lift chest, lift your heart. Urdhva, Mukha, Svanasana. Exhale, go into sort of a chair, downward facing dog, half forward bend. Again, come back to plank. Chair up dog. Bring your pelvis closer towards the seat of the chair. Shoulders back, heart up, chin up. Exhale, back to forward bend. One more time. Chair plank. Chair up dog. Exhale, chair down dog. Walk your feet forward and you can use the chair to rest your forearms and bow in. This moment of restorative. You can keep your knees bent. You can keep your legs straight, bow in and release your shoulders, release your head. And slowly come up. Remove the chair back. First position. So we're looking to lengthen some of the hip flexors in the back bending. We're going to use blocks this time, supported a supine hip flexor stretch. You're going to take the blocks to the side first and lie down on your back. Start like a bridge position. Then lift your pelvis and take your two blocks underneath your pelvis. Now again, you decide if this is too high, you can just take one block. Ideally we want 2 blocks. Then bring your left knee to your chest, interlace your hands on top of your shin and hug your left knee in. Then extend your right leg straight forward. Your spine is sort of neutral, posterior tilt in your pelvic floor. Posterior tilt in your pelvis. Hug your left leg in, right leg straight. Keep your right heel just a few inches above the mat. Just above the mat. Your right foot is not touching the floor, releasing your flexor here. Shoulders pressing into your mat. Deep breath. And change legs. Hug your right knee in. Straighten your left leg forward. And again, your left foot is suspended. Left knee straight. Breathe into the quad muscles lengthening your flexors. And again, come back, first side, left knee in, right leg straight forward. Deepen your breath. Feel the right leg is straight. And imagine you're having like a ski boot on your right foot, and then feel the heaviness, the gravity release, deeper insertion of the muscles. The quadriceps are made of 3 muscles. Switch again, change legs. Deep breath. Imagine you having like a heavy boot at the end of that long left leg. Try to straighten your left knee as much as you can. Deep breath. With feet on the floor, bridge pose. Lift your pelvis. Press your heels down and pull your heels towards your shoulders. Lifting your pelvis, lengthening your tailbone. There's a lot of posterior tilt in your pelvis. Now keep your arms straight, palms flat, pressing into your mat. Extend both legs straight, up. Legs are straight, your pelvis is resting on your blocks. And slowly lower your right leg down, all the way down towards your mat. Hold it, strengthening your core, and come back, same way. Lower your left leg slowly. Right leg is straight, left leg is straight. One more time. Right leg out. Firm across your belly, all the core muscles engaging. Touch right heel to the floor this time. And then come back. Left leg slowly down. As far as you can stabilize. Try to touch the heel to the floor. Core active. And then come back. Now you have the option to repeat one more time again, or both legs at the same time. Slowly lowering.
Keep your legs and then lift both legs with straight knees. One more time. Lower slowly. And very slowly come back with knees straight. One more. Lower down with control. Exhale. Come back. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Lift to bridge. And remove props. Press into your hands. Lift. Pull your feet towards your shoulders. Come up. Full pose. Exhale, release. Rest moment. We're going to rock up to sitting. We're going to come to sitting. We're going to use 2 blocks now. Back to our upward facing dog, Urdhva, Mukha, Svanasana. So your blocks will go on the medium height. That's the highest height. That's the medium. That's the lowest height of the block. Medium height. And again, come back to plank position. So we did this pose before on top of the chair. Now this one is on top of the blocks. Roll all the way on top of your feet. Shoulders back. Activate your abdominal muscles. Roll your shoulders back. Push the floor away. Elbows straight. Pull your chest a little bit more forward. Feet forward. Look up. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Just make sure it's stable. Again, come forward to plank. Then come to the tops of your feet. Slowly to upward facing dog. External rotation in your upper arms. Extend your thoracic spine. Chest up. Face up. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Walk forward. Uttanasana. And forward fold. Hands on your hips. And slowly come up. Now extend your arms in front of you as if you were going to plank position. Imagine you want to push the wall in front of you. And then going all the way into a deep back bend. And then come back again. One more time. Lean back, elbows straight, pushing the imaginary wall away from you. Exhale, release. Okay, so now we're going to take blocks to the side, folding them up. The mat is folded. And we need a blanket. We need something to slide on. Make sure you're doing it on the floor, slippery floor, not on the carpet. And you lie down with your pelvis on top of the blanket. First, extend your arms back, going into Shalabhasana, locust pose, activating the posterior chain muscles, your spinal muscles. Lift up to your locust position. Lift your shoulders, pressing your palms towards the ceiling. Now bend your elbows and position your hands either side of your chest. You can roll your feet for a moment. Rise up to your cobra. Shoulders back, elbows in. Grip the floor with your hands. And slowly going to slide forward. So your hands are quite wide, shoulders back. Then slide back to Shalabhasana, locust pose. Shoulders stabilized. Bend your elbows, palms flat. Claw with your fingers. Now come up to your cobra. Extend your shoulders and slide all the way forward. And then slide back. Again, slide forward and slide back. Slide forward and rest in your child position. Now come up again. This time your feet will be on top of the blanket. Only the tops of your feet lying down. Come back to locust position. Lift your shoulders. Bend your elbows, palms flat. And come up to your cobra pose first. Then lift up. Lift your legs. Lift your pelvis off the floor, roll your shoulders back, and then slowly slide all the way forward, deepening back bend, core of the abdomen, core active. Exhale, back to resting. And come back, put your mat back in place. Put your mat back in place. Come up for standing. Take a wide stance. Inhale, slight standing back bend, hands on your hips. Exhale, bow forward. Wide-legged forward bend. Prasarita, Padottanasana. You can keep the palms of your hands on the floor. You can lower forearms on the floor. Come up part way. Bring your feet a little bit closer in. And again, bow in. Release the posterior chain, muscles, structure, hamstrings, spine. Again, bring your feet a few inches closer. One more time, fold. Legs are straight, pull your kneecaps up. And again, bring your feet into hip width apart, forward bend. Bend your knees, slide your hands underneath your feet. Padangustasana, fold. You can keep the knees bent. You can try to straighten your knees. Release your hands away. Start slowly going towards downward facing dog and child pose. Release of the back body, spinal muscles. Come up a little bit. Walk your hands all the way to the right and bow over your right thigh. Keep the left sit bone on your left heel and breathe to the left side of your lower spine. And go all the way opposite to the left, side bend to the left, and breathe to the right. Back to center, child pose. And come up, Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet touching. Shift your pelvis back. And bow in. Wrap your hands around your feet. Bring your left heel to the outer right hip and take your right foot outside of your left thigh. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Take your right hand behind you. Twist to the right. Deepen your breath. Inhale and twist. Now switch. Right heel to the outer left hip. Left foot outside of your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Deepen your breath. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, exhale, twist more. Seated forward fold. Bend your knees to start with. Pull your glutes back, your sit bones back. And lift your heart. Lift your spine, lengthen. Exhale, bow in. Start with knees bend. Lengthen more. Chest forward, chin up. Exhale, bow in. Deep breath. Paschimottanasana. Just sit for a moment. Lie down your back, resting. Release your bones. Release the whole body heavy and relaxed. Let go of the effort of the practice. Each exhalation, release more. Soften your skin. Soften the tissue beneath your skin. Layer by layer, muscles. Soften your organs, your bones heavier. Let yourself be supported, held by the floor. Being breathed by your breath. Seek harmony.
welcome to stay longer in Shavasana. Or this is the time you have right now. Slowly come up all the way back to sitting. Palms of your hands resting in front of your heart. Make an offering with your practice to your strength. Namaste.